All right, guys. I just wanted to hop on here and give my opinion about the whole Kash Patel debacle with the whole Olympics and everything. Let me just say this. I'm fully on board with Tim Dillon when it comes to the Olympics. I if anybody mentions the Olympics to me, I'm immediately just like I I don't watch the Olympic. I don't even know that I ever have, really. Uh, so yeah, it's just not something that I'm gonna have a conversation about. Now, so I didn't watch it, obviously, and then I ended up finding out later on through the media, of course, about his uh his fun night. I guess he's having a blast, right? And look, while everybody is crapping on Cash Patel, and rightfully so. I mean, he was caught lying under oath. He does seem to be deceiving people, but let me let me let you guys in on something here. He is not really in charge. I know he's the director of the FBI. I know what his title is, okay? We all have really fun titles that we make up. Okay. I know that it's a fun saying. I know that it used to be something people could be proud of, but if we're being really honest, it's just the title, okay? It's just the title at the end of the day. And it couldn't be any more obvious that it's just a title because he is, in my opinion, a either a willful scapegoat or he is a uh, conned scapegoat. So let me explain what I mean by that. So if he's a willful scapegoat, that means that whoever is telling him what to say, things like that he did not see any evidence in the files that would suggest that Epstein was trafficking anybody to anyone other than himself. Um, yeah, he either genuinely believed that because that's what he was told, and then went out there and like said it the way that he thought was the truth, and then found out later that that wasn't the case when they released the files, and then felt betrayed. Maybe I don't know. So he either went out there with full confidence that that's what it was, or he was brought to a room, was sat down, and basically said, look here. Um, it's not looking good. It's not looking, we looked, yes, I saw the file. It's so bad. It's so bad. Like, we're probably going to we're going to lose our jobs. Like, people are going to lose their job. Like, the world's never going to be the same. It's bad. And I'm sure he's like, okay, well, so now what? It's my job to like demand justice. I'm the director of the Justice Department. So now what? Right? Well, and so they just basically said, well, so here's what we're going to do. We're just going to try to avoid it as much as we can. And if we don't have to release the files, then great. So we'll just avoid it. We'll just tell people there's nothing to see here and to just forget about it. We will even tell talking media heads, we'll have everybody who does a podcast for us, all of those people, we will have them try to convince people to just forget about it. Okay? It'll work. And then if it doesn't, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. And if we come to that bridge and we end up, and this does come out, you're going to have to be the scapegoat because you're the director. I'm sorry. I know, but we don't have any other options. So the way I see it is you can either resign now because this is all going to come crashing down like a ton of bricks, or you can play the little game and we'll make sure that nothing ever happens to you. You can keep your job, okay? You will get caught lying under oath, but we won't reprimand you for that. You'll get to keep your job. Everything will be fine. Yes, people will be upset, but what are they going to do? I mean, what are they going to do about it? Are they going to arrest you? Really, Cash? Are they gonna come to your house and tell you to put your hands behind your back? I mean, you're the director of the FBI. No. The worst that's gonna happen is people are just gonna get really, really angry, and then we'll just have to come up with some really elaborate distractions like we always do. Whether it be a war or aliens. We could finally release alien files. Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah. So yes, unfortunately, you will have to be the scapegoat, but we'll all get to keep our jobs, and uh, we'll make sure that you get some cool perks. You can go to the Olympics. We'll get you. Would you like to go to the Olympics? You want tickets? We'll have you sit there. You get to sit next to JD Vance, and then we'll even let you meet the hockey players. You get to meet the team. Doesn't sound like a deal. All right, I thought so. And that essentially, I believe, like that's pretty much how that went. That is pretty much, in my opinion, exactly what happened. Because do you mean to tell me that the people who had the files, and I know that plenty of other administrations had the files, I know they did. But what I'm saying here is that do you really think that he would go out there and blatantly lie, knowing that he was lying and knowing that the files were going to get released? Like that would be like robbing a store, knowing that the cameras are seeing everything you're doing and that people are going to take the cameras and show the police. Like usually if people try to rob a store, they try to like avoid the cameras. But that would be like knowing like, oh, I see the camera there. I know it's there. And you're like looking directly at the camera while you're like, and then walking out of the store. Like, do you really? That's not what people do. They don't do that. They don't do that. Not unless they know they can do it and get away with it. So I don't believe for a second that he, you know, is on his own. Like a lot of people are throwing him, he's been thrown under the bus. The bus has hit him a few times already. It's still hitting him. I keep seeing people talking about, oh, Kash Patel, Kash Patel. And don't get me wrong, I was too. And I still will. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it. He did lie. And he is being deceptive and he's not doing his job, essentially, what we pay him to do. But he's only not doing it because he's being told not to do it. He's the scapegoat. He's not the boss. Okay? Believe it or not, everyone has a boss, including Kash Patel. He may be the director, but he's not doing the directing, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. So, with that being said, I understand the want and will to make fun of the guy and to put the spotlight on him and put the blame on him. But I feel like all that is doing is taking the spotlight and the blame off of the people that actually deserve the spotlight and the blame. Who should we really be focusing on? Because I genuinely believe that he is a willful scapegoat. He is fine having his name slandered. He knew that was going to happen. And he's getting perks for it. Like, yeah, he's going to be, people are very angry at him. And he knew that was going to happen. But he's hanging out at the Olympics, having the time of his life, going on vacations, not making any arrests. Like, I wonder, like, does he even work at all? Like, does he actually work in any investigations or does he just do, like, PR stuff all day long and hang out with friends? Yeah, that was probably what was in exchange. In exchange for him being the scapegoat and having people talk about him in order to take the spotlight off of the people that deserve it so that people don't look any further than the surface, which would be Mr. Patel and Miss Bondi He's a willful scapegoat. He's like, yeah, sure, they can, whatever. Go ahead. Make funny pictures of me, make funny memes, make fun of my height, make fun of me having fun at the Olympics. At the end of the day, I'm not going to get arrested. My boss is, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. So they can laugh at me all they want. I take more vacations than they do. I have more fun than they do. I have more freedom than they do. And I can do whatever I want and they can't. I can even arrest them if I wanted to. Yeah, so I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Do you think that he is getting the media attention that he's getting right now from literally everybody? Over, it's just the amount. It's the fact that like every time I open YouTube or literally anything, it's Kash Patel, Kash Patel, Kash Patel. Like you can't get away from Kash Patel. So when that happens, immediately my brain goes, "Oh, that's not a coincidence." Like when you start seeing the like everybody is doing it, that's immediately a red flag for me. Immediately a red flag. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below. Do you think that he's a scapegoat? Do you think that he's doing it willfully, willingly? Do you think that he is not doing it? Like he's thinking he's doing all the right things and then he ends up getting thrown under the bus every time because they release files or he goes out and gives a statement based off of what he actually believes. And then it is just, it comes out and it's not at all what he was told. And then he's upset. Do you think he's like behind the scenes? Do you think he's really upset and mad at the company he works for? I mean, it's not completely unheard of. You know, you go and you do your job, and then the people that are above you go and undermine you. I mean, that's not completely unheard of. So it is a possibility. I personally don't think that's the case. I'm just throwing options out there. I'd love to hear what you guys think. All right. You guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Till next time.